nurses and aspiring nurses come to achieve academic and career success. Please let me know if you guys can hear me right now. I was having some connection issues before. Can you guys can hear me? I'm just gonna wait for a couple of people to come in. Today we're gonna be talking about the things that you must sacrifice in order to graduate and become successful in nursing school. So I know a lot of people dream to become nurses and dream to actually get into nursing school. So please, guys, let me know if you could hear me first. As you guys come in, give this video a like. Today has been such a hectic day, long day at work, and then I went to the gym, and then I was having some issues with my internet connection. But definitely, as you guys come in, give this a like. If you guys can hear me, please let me know. Put a 1 or something if you can hear me very well. But yeah, guys, today we're going to be talking about what exactly you have to sacrifice in order to become successful in nursing school and basically what you have to sacrifice in order to graduate. Oh, good. You guys can hear me. All right, guys, I missed you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. So today we're going to talk about realistically what you guys. Thank you so much, Maido. Thank you. We got 4 people watching. Can we get 4 likes? So today we're going to talk about realistically what can you guys expect to sacrifice in order to be successful in nursing school. Um, Online and in person, I always have people saying, "Wow, you're such an inspiration. I can't wait to be a nurse." Thank you, Kimberly Grant Stewart. Thank you. People tell me all the time, "Wow, I can't believe you're a nurse. You're so inspiring, and I can't wait to be a nurse like you." And they don't necessarily have to be online. They could actually be in person. And I am always the first one to encourage people to become a nurse. If that is your dream, if that's what you want to do, I always say go for it. People in my class, some of them were mothers, they had children, some of them were single mothers, some of them had other challenges. There was this one person who I knew from a coworker who was actually battling a terminal illness while they were in nursing school. So I'm never going to say that you cannot succeed at nursing school. Anybody can succeed at anything that they want in life as long as you strongly have a strong desire to attain that goal. If you guys don't believe me, read Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, right? He just talks about when you have a strong desire for something, you have a strong desire to do something, you will eventually attain it, okay? So today we're going to be talking about the things that you have to sacrifice in order to be successful in graduating nursing school, okay? All right, so the first thing I wrote down is friends, okay, and a social life. So you guys have to realistically put in your head that when you guys enter nursing school, like 9 times out of 10, you won't have much of a social life. Now, I'm not saying you can't have a social life at all, but I know there's some people who even got married while in nursing school. However, I didn't really have much of a social life while I was in my LPN program and while I was in my RN program. I didn't really have much of a social life. I just focused on my studies, and because of that, I was able to be successful. I was able to focus. Because of that, I was able to be successful. I was able to focus because I didn't have much of a social life. I'm so happy you guys hear me better now. But yeah, guys. Um, I was able to have, I wasn't able to have much of a social life because I was studying so much. right? So you guys have to keep that into consideration, because in nursing school you have a lot of readings to do, and not say that you're going to read line by line, but you have a lot of work to do. If it's not your readings, it's your clinical assignments. If it's not your clinical assignments, it's your care plans. Well, it's basically the same thing. Well, my school, it's not that, it's some tests, it's some quiz, it's a drug. You always have something to do. When you're in nursing school, you will become a time management queen. So I've seen people in nursing school. There was this one girl in my nursing program, and she was so nice. Like, she was a great person, don't get me wrong. However, she was talking about how she was going to the club the other weekend, and I was looking at her like, and that was back in November 2019, and sadly, she didn't make that quarter. I don't know if she ever continued, but she didn't make that quarter, and I'm not saying that's why she didn't make it, but I feel like some people go into nursing school, like, not really knowing how much time it actually takes. You don't have time to go to the club and hang out with your friends. You don't have time for that. It is a sacrifice, okay? This is my dough. I'm in my apartment complex. This is the lounge. That's where I am. But um, but yeah, so, you know, um, realistically, you don't have like that much time for yourself. You don't have any time for yourself. Thank you, my Joe. Thank you. Y'all like my background? So, it's real. That's what working hard gets you. But yeah, guys. So, yeah, you don't have that much of a social life. Like, I didn't have much of a social life. I didn't hang out with friends. I didn't date at all. Like, in fact, when I first started nurse school, I was dating someone, and then we fell off because I just didn't have time. Like, even though my partner really tried hard to make our schedules match, it ultimately, like, I ultimately had to choose, and I just chose my career. And sometimes I feel sad about that, because it was like that relationship was nice, but at the same time, like, I knew myself, and I knew, like, sometimes a relationship could be a distraction. It's supposed to be an addition to your life, but I knew that, like, I could not focus on having a relationship and being in nurse school at the same time. So that's why I haven't had a relationship while I was in nursing school, because I knew I wanted to focus, and I just focused. I just kept my head in the books. I even sacrificed, like, my contact lenses, and because those guys know I wear glasses, and I even sacrificed my contact lenses. I didn't buy any contact lenses, because I was like, you know what, like, I didn't wear makeup, and I'm like going extreme, but I'm being honest. I didn't even wear my real hair. I braided up. I wore wigs. I didn't wear any makeup. I just wore my glasses, and I wasn't really looking my best, to be honest with you. But that was the price I was willing to pay, because I knew I really, really wanted to be successful in nursing school. We've got 10 people watching. Can I get 10 likes? So yeah, so I didn't care if I looked crazy. I was like, no, I'm just focused. Like, I was just laser focused on the goal. Now, I'm not gonna tell you guys, oh, when you're in school, you're gonna look hit and you're just gonna look horrible. I'm not saying that, but I'm just giving you I probably overdid it, but I'm just giving you a realistic point of view. You 9 times out of 10 won't have time for friends. You won't have time to hang out and stuff like that, because there's always something to do. So go into it knowing that, okay? Another thing is, like, it was really hard for me to see people on Instagram celebrate stuff and me not being able to celebrate it. Like, I feel like everybody was graduating before me. I saw people get married. I saw people get baby showers, and, like, just people enjoying life. And I was always stuck in the house studying, or maybe I had a bad grade. I went home to a bad grade, and I saw that bad grade, and I saw everybody on Instagram living their best life. Everybody on Facebook living their best life, whether it's from my old high school or my old college, or even from YouTube, other YouTubers, like, been graduated, are doing this, are doing that. And as a human, we like to compare, right? I would compare myself to them and be like, wow, look at me, I'm stuck in the house studying, and this person already got married, this person already, um, you know, already has their this, they already graduated, they're already a nurse, and this and that. And I would feel bad. But that's the thing. Like, you have to understand that you may seem like you're losing now, but you're not losing now. You are working towards your future. And I could honestly say, like, look at this. Y'all like my apartment? My life is not perfect, by no my life is not perfect, but look, guys, this is not a background. This is real, okay? And I can say that by the grace of God, I'm able to have this because I did work my butt off for an entire, like, my program was like about a year and a half. So entire 18 months, I did work my butt off, and now I'm here. Like I said, my life is not perfect. There's so many things that I need to correct, and I know I need to correct. However, look at me now, okay? Maido says, which program is harder, LPN or RN? Definitely LPN program was harder for me because I just was not a nurse. I didn't know anything about it. RN was a little bit easier, I feel like, because I already had that LPN knowledge of working, even though I haven't been in school for about like 6 years prior. Yeah. Yeah, because RN school is simply taking what you know from LPN and just adding to it. It's not like, it's really not that much a difference. That's why I give that advice to everyone. If you are LPN, if you went to school for LPN, don't wait so long to get your RN. Get your RN because it's not that much of a difference. There's a difference, but it's not that much in terms of studying. You'll worry about the career thing when you finish graduating, you pass your NCLEX, but scholastic-wise, it's not that much of a difference in my opinion. You just have to learn in addition to, like, if you're an LPN, you're already 70% there. That's how I see it. And take it from someone who graduated LPN school in 2013 and went back to school in 2019 for her RN. Okay? So, yeah. Another thing that you guys have to realistically understand is you're going to have to sacrifice money. So, in order to pay for my RN school, I actually paid half out of pocket and half with loans. And, oh, guys, like, that's a real thing. Like, I feel like some people, like, they really, really want the nursing degree and they're so desperate that some people even go to nursing colleges that are 100 grand or whatever. And if you're one of those people, I'm sorry. But I wouldn't recommend that because being a nurse does not pay 100 grand unless you're in a certain specialty or if you're doing travel nursing or something like that. But money is a realistic thing that you have to think about. Like, how much is your nursing education going to cost? You have to really think about, like, that's something you're sacrificing, okay? Kimberly Grant Stewart said, is there a big pay difference in RN versus where you live? Okay, so Kimberly, I recently moved from New York to Texas, so actually, on paper, I took a pay cut. On paper, I took a pay cut, but not really because the cost of living in Texas is lower. But if I want to make more in Texas, I can. I just need experience, and that's what I'm trying to get right now. I'm just trying to get experience right now. So, yeah, for however long that may look like, we'll see. But I'm trying to get experience right now and hopefully, like, move up onward from that. But yeah, there is a big difference. Like, even here in Texas, there's a big difference between LPN and RN. But if you're a seasoned LPN, you can make good money. You just have to know where to look, agencies, et cetera, et cetera. There's always ways to make money as an LPN, okay? So that's why I never I never discourage people from getting their LPN because you literally have, like, a lot of options. Got 12 people liking, can we get 12 like? My dose is, what is seasoned LPN? When I mean seasoned LPN, I mean someone who has years of experience. Like, if you have like 5 years experience, 2 years, like if you have at least 2 years of experience as an LPN or even 1 year, you could work for an agency and make way more than working for the staff. Okay. The cons of that though is, sometimes inconsistency. You may not be on the schedule all the times they want you, but then again, you can work for several different either nursing homes or jails or skilled facilities or clinics or even private duty with those agencies and fill up your schedule. And another con to that is that you may not get health insurance. with the agencies, or some agencies do. So there's a lot of loopholes to everything. But yeah, that's what a seasoned LPN is, to answer your question, okay? So I already told about the time you have to sacrifice. There's a lot of time you have to sacrifice while you're in nursing school. Reading and studying, it's a lot. It's a lot, guys. Trying to figure it out, right? All right, so another thing, I said you have to sacrifice in nursing school is your chill pill, okay? I had a high level anxiety while I was in RN school and while I was in LPN school. It seems like the anxiety never ends. Like when you take a test and you're waiting for your teacher to post a grade on Canvas, or whatever, like it's a lot of anxiety. Like it's just a lot. Like, oh my God, tomorrow I have a dosage calculation test. I had to get 100 on my dosage calculation test in I think my second and third quarter. In my last quarter, I had to get 100, so that was very stressful. Like, come on, you have to get 100. You can't get one wrong in those calculations exam. And you know what's funny? Like in real life, it's not really like that. The computer kind of does it for you. Well, where I am. Hey, Jin Jin. She says, do you feel like there are more expected of you as an RN versus LPN? Yes. I definitely feel like, hey, Jen. I definitely feel like there's more expectations of me as an RN, because when you're like, I remember being an LPN, if like, for example, if a patient falls on the floor, you're like, oh, get the RN. Now they look at you like, oh, you're the RN. So I'm still getting used to that, like, oh, you're the RN. Like, I'm still getting used to that. Like, not saying that LPNs don't do a lot. We do a lot, because I'm still technically an LPN, because I have a license as an LPN in New York and Texas currently at this moment as we're speaking. But when I'm working under my RN license, people expect you to be more autonomous. People expect you to know your stuff more. They look at you like, oh, you gotta know. Like, there's no more. This is how I see it. As an LPN, you have more leverage to pass the buck. But as an RN, you are the buck. However, I will always encourage LPNs, if nursing is what you really want to do, you really want to move forward your career, I would say do it, because I found myself as an LPN doing a lot of the stuff that RNs had to do. I made less. So I was forced to learn anyway, at least when I did my travel nursing assignment in Texas. So keep that in mind, guys. You may be like, oh, let me just stay LPN. Well, that's the thing. I don't totally disagree with someone staying LPN as long as you have a backup plan, as long as there's something else you want to do. But just understand that if you stay in LPN, if you plan on staying LPN for 20 years, I would say at least go back and get your RN, because some way along the line of your journey, you will be forced, okay? You will be forced to Mido says, can an LPN work for multiple agencies? Yes, she can. Yes, she can. That's why I was able to dodge state. Guys, I know some tips to pass state, like when the state comes to see you, but I was actually able to dodge state. Now I probably can't do that because sorry guys. Not holy guys. Oh Lord, I gotta pick that up. I dropped something. Hold on, y'all. Don't judge me, y'all. Yeah, so I'll fix this later. I'll fix this later, guys. Oh Lord. But yeah, as I was saying, I was being really clumsy. Uh, but yeah, as I was saying, guys, yeah, you can work for multiple agencies at one time. Yeah, that's how I was able to dodge this state. I know, right, Mido? No. Okay, so I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. I actually dropped something, so I gotta fix it. But But yeah, guys, now I totally forgot what we were talking about. But yeah, you could work for multiple agencies at the same time. And so another thing is, I said your chill pill. Okay, another thing that you guys have to sacrifice in nursing school is your ego. Especially for my LPNs going back for RNs. A lot of times, if you're seasoned or if whatever, you may feel like, oh, I'm an LPN already. I already know this. No, you already know a lot. Yes, that's true, but that's the easiest way to not do well in school is if you think you already know so much. If you think you already know so much, I guarantee you, like, you probably may not know to ask the right questions. I'm telling you guys, when I was in RN school, the reason why I was able to do so well was because I always felt like I was losing. What does that mean? First of all, when I got a very high grade on my score, each and every time I didn't care. I mean, I always thank God, number one, and I was always grateful for it, but I always said that I don't care if I got 100, I don't care if I got a 90 something. I'm going to study like I just got a 40. I just got a 20. Because the thing is, you never know if your instructor is going to suddenly switch up the exam on you. Study like I was losing because I didn't know how. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I was able to do so well. Hi, Sophie C. Hi, Ruth G. Kirsty, future nurse. Hey. Ruth G says, I have seen that so many relationships have gone bad during nursing school. Yeah, I mean, not all relationships go bad during nursing school. I feel like some people even get married in nursing school. I met this one guy in clinical who got married while he was in nursing school. Your partner just has to understand that so much of your time will be towards your studies. You have to, it's like a marathon. Like, you constantly have to be training, and not necessarily a sprint, but it's a marathon. You constantly have to be training, you constantly have to be studying. So you have to be with somebody who can understand that. So I think with those relationships that don't work, like, it's kind of strange. But I did hear of, like, for example, in my school, there were some people where their husbands trying to sabotage them from going to school and, like, trying to make them not go, like a bunch of family drama and stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying, like, you have to make sure everybody's on your board. Your husband is on board or your wife is on board if you're a man. Like, if you're gonna do this, you have to have people support you. Like, there's no way you can do it alone. Like, even if you live alone, whatever, you know what I mean. Like, you need support. You need family, friends, whatever, to help you through this journey, you know? We're not put on this earth. Sanger says, hi, everyone, just came on. I agree. My husband helps me with kids and stuff around the house when I have to study or get a test, exam. I totally agree, amen. Yeah, so if you have a relationship where your husband or your wife or your kids or your aunt, whatever, your parents, your mom was able to help you. Like, for example, me, my mom is so amazing. I love her. Later, and she's always calling me saying, Kim, I saw your video. You did this right, and you did this right. But hey, what are moms for, right? Especially if you have a Caribbean mom. But my mom was my rock, seriously, and my sister throughout my nursing journey. I wouldn't be able to become an LPN. After God, I wouldn't be able to become an LPN or RN without my mom and my sister, because they were right there with me, supporting me while I was crying, while I was going through a lot. They were right there supporting me. And of course, you guys, my YouTube family, anytime I was writing a community post, something I went through, you guys were all right there. So, mwah. Oh my God, I got 15 people watching. Can I get 15 likes? All right, so definitely let go of your ego. Stop thinking you know everything. You don't. That's why I was able to do very, very well in nursing school, because I was always willing to learn. I was like a sponge. I always asked a lot of questions. And you know what's funny? When I asked questions, I remember the first day, because dosage calculations was not my best subject. I wasn't good at math when Hey guys, I hope I'm back on live. Sorry about the issue, but When I was little, they used to pull me out of the class, the group class, and um, all right, when I was Jum Horzel, I will block you from this channel and I will delete your comment. I don't know why people are spamming like, oh, if you need help, do the NCLEX. I am not advocating for any NCLEX program or teacher on my channel if I don't know you. That's that. Okay, so if you are a spam account or someone who wants to say, hey, try this NCLEX thing out, ask me, email me first. That's rude. Okay. Thank you, Horzel. Horzel retracted the message. Thank you. I'm not being mean. It's just that if you have an NCLEX instructor or something, just email me and ask me, and I'll decide if I want to put it on my channel. That's not nice. But thank you for retracting your message. I appreciate that. Anyways, so yeah. So anyways, yeah, just remove your ego and be willing to learn. That's the number one thing. Don't think, oh, I'm an LPN, I know everything. Like, even right now, like, I'm working in long-term care facility, but I'm still learning so much. And I'm learning so much as an RN. I'm learning so much from my CNAs. I'm learning so much from fellow RNs. I'm learning so much from LPNs. I'm learning so much from housekeeping. They know the patients. I am never too high to learn from someone else. You know, the moment you think you're too high to learn from someone else is the moment you start losing. The moment you think that you know everything in life is the moment you are still an infant, because the reality in life is you don't know what you don't know. Think about that. Let that sink in. Let that marinate. You don't know what you don't know. So constantly seek out knowledge, constantly learn, because there's so much in this world to learn, and the world rewards people who seek out knowledge and who seek out learn, not people who have a big head who think that they know everything. That's not cute, okay? So put down your ego in nursing school, all right? Another huge thing, if you guys don't get anything from this video, one thing you guys have to remember is when you are nursing. Sorry guys, I have really bad connection right now. Only one person, I have really bad connection. Hope you guys can forgive moi. But yeah, I had really bad connection previously. But what I was saying, for those guys gonna watch this video later, is one thing you guys have to give up is being comfortable. You know, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When I'm on the gym, when I'm in the gym, when I have a super long day at work, when I first wake up in the morning, I'm super tired and I think, oh no, like, I'm not comfortable, okay? I'm losing my breath and I'm sweating a lot, and my muscles are burning because I'm working out and I feel freaking uncomfortable. But the thing that you guys don't understand is, the thing that you have to understand is that in being uncomfortable, that's where you grow. You don't grow by being comfortable. You don't grow by familiarity. You grow by making a change. You grow by doing something different from what you did before. Okay, guys? So I hope you guys really understand this, which is, make sure you make sure you you know that you're not going to be comfortable in nursing school. Okay? If you want growth, you can't be comfortable. Okay? I've been working out like crazy and I'm not comfortable. I'm not comfortable when my muscles are sore. I'm not comfortable when, those changes occur, when there's sweat dripping down, when there's this is that. I'm not comfortable, but I know that in being uncomfortable, I will reap great results. So get out of the mindset of, oh, I want to be comfortable. Okay? So And last but not least, I want to tell you guys that studying, working, and with discipline, the more you do it, the more it gets easier for you. Okay, say it again. With discipline, the more, oh my God, like that seems like so much to do. I don't know if I want to do nurse school. No, you could do it. You could do whatever you want to do in life. But just know that it's going to take a lot of discipline. However, with discipline, discipline is a skill. We're not necessarily born with it. You have to create it, okay? So, and luckily, growing up, I grew up in a strict household, so I had to do certain stuff which created discipline in me. I'm not the most disciplined person, but I had a lot of high expectations put upon me. Not saying I would do the same if I had children, if I have children in the future. However, I do see the positive in the way I grew up because it's built into me to be disciplined. Like, even though I'm dead tired after work, I still work out because I told myself I was going to do it. And if I go to sleep and I don't do what I told myself to, I will feel really, really bad, like extremely bad. But that could have a con to it too, because it's not really good to be a perfectionist, because I will beat myself up, and I don't have to beat myself up. I could say, Kimberly, it's okay, you were tired. But yeah, that's just something I'm working on. But yeah, so those are the things. I hope you guys got the message on what you guys realistically have to sacrifice in order to become successful in nursing school. Okay, guys? So I know a lot of you guys missed some of it because the connection was kind of iffy. I'll fix that next time. But if you guys have any questions, please let me know now. Any questions for sacrifices you have to make in nursing school, or any questions in general? Any questions? Any questions? Do you guys like my lashes? Got them done on Sunday. All right, guys. So if there's not any questions, I'm gonna end the live because I'm super duper tired. But yeah, guys. So I hope this live was helpful for you guys. I hope you guys got some kind of insight on what you have to realistically sacrifice in order to become a nurse. Yes, you can do it. Yes, go for it. But at the same time, go to it realistically. Okay, Nicole J says, how soon would you recommend travel nursing? I would say when you're ready, really, but most agencies want you to have at least 1 to 2 years of nursing experience. When I graduated from my RN, my first RN job was actually a travel nursing job because the agency I signed up with, they had a contract with the nursing home I worked with, which was a travel nursing home. So they allowed me to do it because they knew I had LPN experience. But I would say if you are LPN going to RN, like, you could go for it right away as long as you're working in that same specialty you were as an LPN, and as long as there's not that much of a difference. But if you want to be a travel nurse, I would say wait at least 1 year in your specialty. But remember, when you do travel nursing, you have to pick a specialty. So it's either you're a travel nurse in a long-term care, in a med surg, ICU, whatever, you know. I would say you have to have certain amount of experience because most agencies want it. Maido says, what kind of experience does travel agencies look for in LPN? So most travel nursing agencies for LPN will look for a long-term care facility. There are a lot of long-term care facilities that just open. Realistically, as an LPN, some of the travel, even as an RN, like if you're looking for long-term care jobs, if you're looking for some in the South, you could find a lot in New Mexico. You could find some in Texas, but not a lot because a lot of people like Texas. And you could find some in Vermont. You know, those places where, like, not a lot of, like, it's not really happening. But yeah, you could definitely find places. New Jersey, upstate New York, Favorite Fit Nurse D says, do you have to have a BSN to be a travel nurse? Absolutely not, because I travel nurse as an ADN RN and I travel nurse as an LPN, so you don't really have to have a BSN. Yeah, that's another discussion I would like to have. Like, is it necessary to have a BSN? Like, is it really necessary? Like, what's the difference between a BSN RN and an ADN RN? I don't feel like there's a difference. That's why, like, I'm kind of on the fence of getting my BSN. I mean, I feel like I have to eventually get it, so I'll take it, like, slowly. But sometimes I feel like, why? Why get it? Maido says, what are some of the best travel agencies for LPN? Career Staff Unlimited. Career Staff Unlimited is what I usually use. Yeah. Career Staff Unlimited. I'm only going to vouch for them because they're the only agencies that I actually signed up for and they followed through. And yeah, it's not the most perfect agency, but I like that agency in terms of like getting experience as an LPN. So there you go, Career Staff Unlimited. You're welcome, Maida. You're welcome. Yeah, guys. So yeah, so if you want travel nurse, I think I'm gonna, if you guys want a travel nursing video, I can make it. I could say the realities of travel nursing. I think that's gonna be my next video, the realities of travel nursing. And I'm also gonna start a NCLEX series for you guys. So those of you guys who are on the live right now, still listening, who hung in there throughout my technical difficulties, I'm gonna start like an NCLEX like review, just helping you guys out. Oh, I think it's cute. Alicia says, love you so much. Love you too, Alicia Sanchez. Mwah. Julian DeVille, hey. How are you? Hope you're doing well. But yeah. Yeah, guys, as much as I can help you guys, I will. But thank you guys so much for all the new subscribers. I see I have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. I hope you guys browse through my videos, find something you enjoy. Maido says, yes, please, on the travel nursing topic for LPN. Thank you so much. You're welcome, I will. Yes, yes, Maido, Career Staff Unlimited, yes. Without the S on the staffs. Yes, Career Staff Unlimited. Alicia says, thank you for always sharing your experience with us. You're welcome. You're welcome. Just on this journey called life, and just trying to share stuff that, like, you know, I didn't know. There's a lot of stuff I did not know, and I had to figure out for myself. And you guys get this information for free. Yeah. So, yeah, guys. So, is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Maido says, do you like being an RN so far? How can I answer that? I feel like, I guess I'm too early in my career to really give an answer, but right now I'm working in a long-term care facility, and some things are different because it's a different state, different like scope of practice, different, well, pretty much the same, but I feel like I'm kind of doing a little bit the same as I did as an LPN. So I feel like I don't know, some days I'm like, yay, I'm an RN, and some days I'm like, oh my God. So it just depends on the day I'm having, because there are sometimes I have good days and sometimes I have bad days. But some of the jobs that I wanted as an RN, like I said, a lot of them wanted experience. I don't know if it's because I'm in Texas or if it's all states, but then again, one of my friends in New York said that she's having some difficulties having some of her favorite jobs that she wanted because they wanted experience. So, you know, even as an RN, that's one thing I can't stand, is that they treat you as a brand new nurse, even though I had 7 years of LPN experience prior. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how you gonna treat me like that? But yeah, that's how it is. They treat you as like a brand new nurse. Yeah, Maido, it is crazy. So it's like I kind of have to start from scratch. Like even when I want to go to like an agency, like there's this agency I wanted to sign up here in Houston, and I couldn't because they're like, well, you don't have that experience. They want you to see you have that experience. So sometimes it's really just plays on your psyche a little bit. How do you go about the care plans as an RN? So it's nothing like school. It's just like computer, just like click, 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 click. Like you just choose. Like the computer gives you options. Like uh, these nursing homes or hospitals, even they're not gonna risk you writing a care plan because care plan is how they make money. They're gonna make sure that you're choosing the right thing. So they'll give you options to click and choose. Okay. I know, I do have 7 years, but they don't care. They're just like, oh, you're still you're still OPN. I don't know if it's maybe because I'm not looking right. I don't know what's going on, but I tried to put my application in, a lot of places in the specialty I want to, and the specialties I want to work in. A lot of them want you to have experience, some med surge experience. And I'm like, ugh, I do not want to work med surge. I'm not gonna lie, I do not want to work med surge. Saw a lot of videos on YouTube about it. Guys, I'm a YouTube watcher too, and I'm like, nah. Like, I heard stories about med surge. I was like, no, absolutely not. I don't have no wanting, no yearning to work in a hospital. I don't. And it's no shade to nurses who want to work in a hospital. If you want to work in a hospital, go ahead. Go ahead. I feel like some people get offended for that, but don't get offended. If you like it, I love it, you know? Julian DeVille says, I'm a CNA on med surg. It's horrible. Yeah, it is horrible. It is. I heard in California it's a little bit better, though. They treat the nurses a little better. Sophie C says, I started my LPN journey in January, and so far it is moving at fast pace. I have a test every Monday. Wow, and I'm already on chapter 12 for AMP. Hey, congrats, girl. Yes, Sophie C. Before you know it, that's a good thing about nursing school. Like, even though it's hard, you blink and you're already across the stage. Like, nursing school goes by so fast, but when you're in it, it feels so slow. But so far, I'm keeping up with it. I have a 93 in the class. Hey, congrats, Sophie C. Hi, Tyra. Hi, Tyra Shanks. Hi. Yeah, guys. So yeah. Yes, congrats, Sophie. Yeah, guys, so now I got 14 people watching. Like I was saying, I'm planning on planning like an NCLEX review for you guys. Like maybe every week we'll do it, and we'll just review like different topics on NCLEX, how to think through it. Or do you guys want like a nursing school review or something? Because NCLEX and nursing school is totally different. We'll see. And I know some people are even in the entrance exam. So I'm working on something for y'all, but just stay patient and yeah, definitely give you that. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I've been up since like 4. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that is what I realistically feel like you guys should sacrifice in order to be successful in nursing school. And like I said, with anything in life, if you don't take anything from this video, take this. You must sacrifice being comfortable. You must sacrifice being comfortable. You must sacrifice being comfortable. In being uncomfortable, that's when you will grow. In being uncomfortable, that's when you will be successful. Period. When you're on the treadmill and you're running and and your legs are burning and you don't feel like you could go in, that's when you know it's working. All right. Matilda says, I'm switching from staff nurse to agency nursing. I started RN school, so okay, I want the flexibility, but I'm a mom. I need security. What advice would you give? By the way, congratulations. Thank you, Matilda. So Matilda, depending on your state, if the nursing agency, I would say, Matilda, apply for multiple nursing agencies so you always have something under your belt. So if you, like, for example, in nursing school, I worked for two nursing agencies. One sent me to a nursing home and one sent me to a home care. So if a nursing home didn't have any shifts, I always had my home care. If a home care didn't have any shifts, I always had my nursing home. So that's how you do it, and that's how you be successful. Just have multiple options open. You know what I mean? You always want a backup plan for your job. I always do. Even now I do. Always have a backup plan because you never know. And you're welcome. Thank you. And I totally get it. Yeah. Always have flexibility in nursing school because when you got to take a day off, take a day off. Tyra Shank says, I'm not into nursing, but I do like your videos. Oh, thank you, Tyra. Really? I got to make some non-nursing videos soon then. Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Same to you. Oh, that's so sweet. All right, Sophie C says, would you recommend studying for NCLEX PN 6 months prior to finish? Yes, I would. Even if you don't go so hard, yes, I would. In fact, I wish I would have started studying for NCLEX. Well, I did. I started studying for NCLEX even 18 months before I started the RN program. So yes, I would. Julian DeVille says, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by what? Maido says, thank you for everything, Kim. You're welcome. J. Marie says, hi, I just started my ADNRN program this semester in person. I have no medical experience. Doesn't matter. It's a lot, but you continue to inspire me. I need this message. Yeah, you're welcome, J. Marie. I'm so happy to inspire you. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you don't have any medical experience. Like I said, nursing school is just about knowing the scholastic information, okay? You just have to know how to be a good test taker, and you gotta know how, your certain teacher teaches. Get somebody who has went to your school before, who has taken your teacher before, who can give you the ins and outs, can give you little study notes, what to do, and that's all that is, okay? Nursing school is not really, I'm sorry, in my opinion, I feel like nursing school is not really about learning how to be a nurse, it's about learning how to pass NCLEX. You learn how to be a nurse when you're on the floor. My opinion. Some nursing schools go above and beyond, and you really do. Maybe Hunter, for example, Hunter in New York, maybe they do, prestigious nursing schools. But 9 times out of 10, nursing schools, they just teach you how to pass NCLEX, because when they pass NCLEX, the school makes money. Business 101, guys. Oh wait, Valentine says, can you do a video about now that you have passed the NCLEX with are your plans for the future? Okay. I mean, I could say that right now. My plans for the future is just basically trying to get my experience. I'm working on some other projects, guys, but I'm not gonna say it yet. Some personal projects that were has something to do with nursing, but not necessarily nursing career, not necessarily the corporate ladder. But yeah, but I think I have to get my BSN, but I'm gonna take it one class at a time. But yeah. But I guess that's it. I guess I can make a separate video on that, but I'm basically just, seeing how it is and, you know, just doing it step by step. I have some passion projects in mind, and I can't wait to come out with them. Matilda says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Maida says, as a woman, what's your thought on working in a home care setting as a woman? As a woman, I feel like working in a home care setting is okay. But also you have to be careful because, for example, if you're taking care of, pediatric patients or older patients or whatever, you have to be careful of family members in the house. Sometimes you get into political stuff where, I don't know, sometimes they don't like if you wear certain stuff. So always just keep it professional. I always, when I used to work pediatric home health, I always kept professional with the parents, mom and dad, and I was just always weary of certain stuff. I don't have to say here, y'all know, when you're a young lady, you just have to be careful, keep professional, don't cross certain lines, and just, yeah, because home care could easily, when you work home care, you could easily cross unprofessional lines because you're in somebody's house, they start to like you, they start to appreciate you, which is great, which is awesome, but you always want to keep that line, especially as a woman. 16 people, can I get 16 likes? All right. Maido says, what's the pros and cons? Oh, yeah, Okay, so pros of home care setting is flexibility if you're in school. It's awesome. Pros, you only have one patient. Pro, it's not really stressful. You have a lot of time to sit down, read, do whatever you want. Not do whatever you want, but sit down, read. You got a lot of downtime. And you could do everything you want for the patient. You're not going to feel bad. You're not going to go home saying, oh, shoot, I didn't give that medication. Or, well, no, not, you should always give medication, but you know what I mean. Like, oh, shoot, hey, Shannon, thank you for coming. So you're not going to be like, oh, shoot, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. Like, you're going to be, you know, and then the cons are like just being in somebody's house for 12 hours is not easy, or 8 hours or whatever. Like you're at that person's disposal. Like, you know what I mean? So another con is sometimes the family may not like you, or if it's not the parents, it could be the grandparents. If it's a pediatric client, or sometimes people may treat you like you're their, I don't want to say that word, but like, they may not treat you like a nurse in some home care settings, because especially if you're not doing high skills, they might not treat you like a nurse. They may be like, oh, can you just clean this? Can you just do this? So they may even treat you like a maid. Nothing wrong with being a maid, but you know what I mean. Like, if you go to school for something and you work hard for it, and then like they treat you like that, you're like, come on now, right? Yeah. Guys, I had this Cajun food today, and it's making my stomach hurt. Ooh, Lord. Cajun food and my stomach do not agree. Yeah, guys. You're welcome, my dough. So happy to help. Yeah. It's freezing here in Houston. I can't believe it. I escaped New York to be cold. But yeah, guys, that's the pros and cons. But yeah, Shannon, we were talking about things that you have to sacrifice in order to be successful in nursing school. So the number one thing is you have to sacrifice being comfortable, because in order to grow in life, you can't expect to be comfortable. That's why I always say I'm not interested in being in being comfortable. I'm interested in growing, you know? Looks like someone's coming. Yeah, guys, but anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Yes, definitely understanding. Somebody's with their dog. Um, so you just have to get rid of the need to be comfortable. A lot of people want to be comfortable. They want to sleep. I'm just kidding. For the longest time, I was like, if you want to be sexual, you can't sleep. No, you have to sleep. Like, but you know what I mean. Shannon. Stephanie Lewis Joseph says, hi, Kim. You are very inspiring. Thanks for all your tips. You're welcome. Quintina Dore says, I'm late, Kimmy, but I'm here. I was meal prepping. Oh, nice, nice. I need to do my meal prepping. Guys, so I learned how to cook, like a little bit of stuff, like through YouTube. So I'm not like somebody who don't know how to cook anymore. Woo, woo, give me my props. However, I don't like cooking, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a domestic at all. I hate cooking because you have to clean up, things go everywhere. Maybe because I'm a new cooker, but I really don't like to cook at all. Like, my food tastes bomb because I could follow some directions now. I could follow, oh, you're learning too? Like, I go on YouTube and I search, for example, I like Haitian rice and beans. I go on YouTube, I search it, I get all the instructions, I get all the ingredients, and I follow it word for word, and the food tastes really good. I just don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather somebody else do it for me. I'm a princess. All right. Queen Tina says, I love cooking but hate doing the dishes. Yeah, maybe that's me. I just like doing the dishes. And sometimes, like, when I'm cooking, I don't know, I just get tired standing and it's hot. But sometimes I have to be in the mood. But like sometimes I cook and it's only good for 3-4 days because I'm so hungry, and I have a big appetite, guys. Like, I love to eat, especially when I work out. Like, my appetite is voracious. Stephanie Lewis says, I don't like to cook either, but I do love to eat. Exactly. I do love to eat. Hey, get your mind out the gutter. But yeah, I do like to eat food, and but I don't like to cook. Shannon says, "LOL, definitely have to be in the mood." Yeah, especially when I'm making a new thing. Like one thing I want to learn how to do is make a healthier version of McDonald's. Oh, Maito says, "Date a chef. That is one of the goals of life." Hey, yeah. Oh my God, that's funny. That is so funny. Yeah. Yeah. If you date someone who knows how to cook, that's really awesome because you don't have to. Or they can teach you maybe a simple way of doing it. I don't know. Like, for example, I was making some beans the other day and I totally burned the bowl. I burned the kitchen. Like, I don't know if it's burned, but I have a electrical stove and like, I'm trying to scrub away the grime, but for some reason it can't scrub away. It's annoying me. So, oh my God. Guys, I just don't like to cook. I'm not lazy. I just don't like to cook. Just not my thing. Like, I'd rather work out than cook. I'd rather eat than cook. I'd rather read a book. I'd rather do something else. But yeah, guys. Oh my God, Shannon, what did you burn the other day? It's embarrassing. What? Oh, freaking hot dogs? That's not bad. My money like that? I see how. Guys, I'm getting low battery on my phone. I have to go soon, but guys, like, we see. We see how we work hard for our money. We can't waste it on Uber Eats. That's like throwing money on the garbage. But sometimes I have Uber Eats, but like it's very rare. And you know what? I'm like traumatized from like Uber Eats and stuff like that because one time I ordered a Chipotle from Postmates, actually not Uber Eats, Postmates, and my bowl, the you know how they have the sticker, that sticker was ripped open, the Chipotle bowl was open, and I asked the guy who delivered it, I said, "What happened?" He was like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, but it's open. And he said he don't know. So I wasn't gonna argue with a man. Like I'm a woman. This person is in my house. I'm not about to argue with a man, a grown man, about why my food is open. So I had no choice but to take it. And I asked for my refund. I still didn't get a refund. So ever since then, I'm like, X. I don't like to do that. But it's okay if you burn hot dogs, Shannon. That's fine. Oh, I didn't put enough water. Yeah, I burned beans. Like I was trying to cook beans because I don't like using canned beans all the time because canned beans have a lot of sodium. It's not really good for you. But oh no, I'm sorry, Shannon. Oh my God, it happens. Favorite fitness D. I put my hearts to you too. My dough. Bye, girl. Thank you so much for coming. Shannon says, question, would you do corrections again? Of course I would do corrections again. Like, I would do corrections again, definitely. The corrections pay extremely, extremely well. People are too afraid to do it. I don't know why. So, yeah, I would do corrections again. Corrections pays really well. And you learn a lot, too. So, yeah, I would do corrections well. Oh, correctional nursing, like nursing it, like doing nursing in a jail or doing nursing in a prison. That's what correctional nursing is. Oh my God, guys, my stomach is really hurting me from that Cajun food. My stomach is really hurting me, guys. Oh, I thought working out would like alleviate it, and it's not. Ruben Sousa says, "Hi Kim, new LPN grad here. Congrats, Ruben. I worked in long-term care for a month and didn't really like. I watched your video on corrections and will give it a try. Yeah, definitely give it a try. See if they accept you with your experience and give it a try. I work for corrections through an agency." Shannon says, okay. Maido says, gotcha. Jin Jin, hey girl. Ginger says, how do you manage your time in a busy morning shift? Oh my Lord. I'm not the best at managing times. Bye, Nicole. I'm not the best at managing my time in the morning shift in a nursing home, but I would say if you have a good orientator, that definitely helps a lot. But I would say definitely get your blood sugars out the way first, um, and just get anyone who gives a lot of difficulty out the way first, and try to come early as possible. And yeah, you have to move very quickly. And the more you know the patients, the residents, like the longer you know the residents, the faster you will be. That comes time. Maido says, is working in correction is harder than nursing home? No, working in corrections is 10 times easier. Sometimes I miss working in corrections, but even if I said, okay, I'm gonna work as the OP in the corrections, like I make more as an RN in a nursing home here than corrections, but working in corrections is 10 times easier than working in the nursing home. In corrections, you're either, like I worked in the infirmary unit at least. I was either the medication nurse or the wound treatment nurse. It's so easy. It's very easy. And you get out exactly on time. Like you always say, nurses don't get out on time. No, you get out exactly on time. It's very rare that you get out late. And it's nice, There are some difficulties, like some politics, But however, it's working in corrections is very rewarding, and it's easier. It's nice, and the money is good. You can't be afraid of working with people who allegedly murdered people, did all kinds of crimes. Maybe I shouldn't say that word because of YouTube, but any kind of crime, you can't be afraid of that. If you're somebody who's sensitive and you're gonna be judging them, I wouldn't recommend you work in correctionals. Sometimes I would see something on TV and then that same person is in the same jail. So you have to be okay with that. If you're not, then it probably won't work out for you. Okay? But yeah, guys, I really like corrections. So an LPN in corrections just pass medication. Sometimes I just pass medications. That was my job. Past medications can be PO, breathing, by mouth medications like pills, breathing medications. And I'm talking about infirmary clinic. And then sometimes I was a treatment nurse, so I would just do all the treatments that was needed to be done, and then documentation, and that's it. And it was very easy. It was very easy. A lot of politics, a lot of cattiness sometimes, honestly, but you know, if you just stay in your lane and you know how to handle it, mature, then you could do it. Sorry, guys. But the RNs in corrections, I remember when I worked there 2 years ago, they did the admissions and they did they worked more hand in hand with the doctor. Sometimes they would do what the LPN does too. And the RNs get paid a lot more in corrections. You just have to have thing. Yeah, though I hate politics too. But you know something? I used to think in life is just, oh, you clock in, you do your job, you clock out. But that's not how life is. Life has a lot of nuance. You just have to learn how to maneuver through the politics and just stay in your own lane. Some people will try you because that's just life, but my biggest advice is just stay in your own lane. Just focus on what you gotta do. Focus on your work. Okay, guys. You're welcome, Idol. So yeah, guys. So, would you guys be interested in me going over ATITs, which is the entrance exam? Or would you guys be interested in me going over NCLEX topics? Or would you guys be interested in me going over nursing school topics? Which one would you guys be interested in me going over? Like scholastic, like school-wise. T's test? Okay. Yeah, because I know a lot of people have to take the T's. I gotta put that on my list to go. And LPN school. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So that's something I definitely have to go to Barnes and Nobles and go to the library and become a student again, which I don't mind. I like being a student. You, of course, mind though. Of course. Tease, please. Okay, tease. Wow, a lot of people said tease. Elizabeth says tease. Stephanie says tease. Favorite fitness says all the above. I'm going back for my RN. Hey. Elizabeth Paradise, you're mean. You're mean, Elizabeth. Well, Elizabeth, I woke up at 4:45 this morning. I went to work. I had a long day at work. Then I went to work out. I burned 400 calories on the treadmill, running, and now it is 9:38. So I am exhausted. I'm not gonna lie. I did 5 days in a row straight, 6 to 2. I am tired. Tired. But I wanted to go live for you guys. Oh my God, guys. I have 10% remaining on my battery. So I'm going to have to go soon. Elizabeth Paradise says, it's okay, hun. I work overnights as well. No, I don't work overnights. I work 6 to 2. I used to work overnights until my body was like, oh no. I wish I could do overnights as well. I used to, but it's hard now. Way my body is set up. I don't know. I think it's because I started nursing very, very young, and I started like doing night shift, and then like maybe something happened with my body, and it was just like, ugh. All right, guys. So, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna give you guys more of a heads up next week when I do my lives. My legs hurt so much right now because I've been working out like crazy and my legs are like freaking burning, but that's okay because I know my legs are gonna look sexy, okay? And summer's about to come, I'm about to look snatched. And it's not only just about that, it's about my health too. Trying to set up certain habits so when I get older, it's like easy for me to work out, you know? Naj Drake says, I'm done with my LPN in 1 month, and I have an interview for the jail. Oh, congratulations. You're going to love the jail. You're going to love the jail, Naj Drake. Maido says, see ya, and thanks for all the advice. You're welcome, guys. All right, guys, so I'm definitely going to work on TEAS tests for you guys, nursing school things for you guys. Just be a little patient because, you know, I just moved. But it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, all right? Live right here on YouTube. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna leave you with this message before I go. Is this week, while you're going on your journey, whether you're going to work or you're going to school or whatever you're going to do, Naj Drake said, how was the jail? Was it hard? Nope. Catch this live again. The jail was very easy, and I go into more detail. Basically, it's very easy. You just give medications or you just give treatments. I worked in the infirmary unit, though, so keep that in mind. And then when in the infirmary unit, I actually came out on time. I love the jail. It pays really good because people are too scared. I don't know why. I guess it is a risk. It is a risk. But, yeah. Hi, Kimberly. Good night. I'm so sorry. I'm about to leave soon because I only have 10% left of my phone battery. Lisa says, I work in a nursing home. They're driving me nuts. Jail is better. Yeah, so if you have experience, Lisa, go do what you got to do. Life is short. Elizabeth Parr says, thanks for all the info. Very helpful. You're welcome. So, yeah, guys. So, before I leave you, I'm going to leave you with this. All my people who watch KimmyDTV, I love you because when I was going through my nursing journey, you guys were there. Every time I watched, you're welcome, Naj Drake. You're awesome as well. Just because you're about to finish LPN school and you're about to go in your job, you're amazing. You're awesome. But before I leave you guys, I want to leave you guys with this great message because I love you guys so much. You guys support my channel. The number one thing I'm going to leave you with is stop looking to be comfortable. And I'm talking to myself here too. Stop looking to be comfortable. If you want to grow in life, forget about being comfortable. A diamond is built, like, you know when they say a diamond in the rough, you have to polish yourself, okay? Stop looking to be comfortable. Being comfortable does not result in you getting results. That makes no sense, okay? Like, even me moving from New York back to Texas, I was not comfortable because my whole life changed, and even me, like, I'm still getting used to it, and still getting used to adulting, and it's hard. It's freaking hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, I know, like, I'm proud of myself for everything I've accomplished, but it's freaking hard. But I'm not interested in being comfortable. I'm interested in being uncomfortable because I know through being uncomfortable, I will win. Let me repeat that again. I know through being uncomfortable, I will win. You guys understand that? So when I'm on the treadmill and I'm running and I'm like, and I'm running out of breath and I'm sweating and I freaking want to give up because my legs are burning right now, I know my legs are going to look really good in those jeans, okay? I know that I have a decreased chance of getting heart disease since I am African American Black. I know I have a decreased chance of getting diabetes since, I'm African American Black. But even if I'm not, like, no matter what, I know I have a decreased chance of getting it. But it requires for me to be uncomfortable. That means after work, when I'm dead tired, I make myself work out because that is part of my routine. Okay? So stop wanting to be comfortable. When I was in nursing school, I studied like a mad dog. I was studying 24/7, asking people for advice, studying all the time. I used to go in the library at 8 a.m., go home at 8 p.m. I kid you not. Ask my sister. I used to go to the library at 8 a.m., go home at 8 p.m., like day to day consistently. And I worked 2 jobs, nursing home job and home health. So I was not comfortable. I was tired. I saw other people on Instagram, on Facebook, on all other social media living their life, having fun, and I was stuck at home studying. I was uncomfortable. Okay? Yes. Favorite fit nurse D says, my sister says always says diamond don't crush under pressure. Exactly. So, and that goes for me too. Like, I have other goals in life that is not just about my career, it's about other areas of my life. And it requires me to go get out of my comfort zone, all right? So, as I leave you guys, I'm gonna leave you with this. Whether you're studying for the T's, whether you're, I don't know, whatever you're doing in life, because I know some people watch me and they're not interested in nursing, and thank you so much for watching. But whatever you're doing in life, just remember that in order to grow, in order to get the results that you want to get, you have to stop wanting to be comfortable and embrace being uncomfortable. In being uncomfortable, that's where you grow. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even my new job that I have now, like, especially the first few weeks, I was uncomfortable because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know the staff. I didn't know the patients. And it was, like, very new for me to be the charge nurse of my hall. It was very new to me. And I had to, like, pick it up. I never had morning meetings and this and that. I was like, I was really, like, panicking inside, even though I have a calm demeanor. But I told to myself, no, Kim, like, you're not going to give up. You're going to learn how to do this. You're going to develop the skills that it takes to work as a team, and you're going to work until you can prove yourself. And that's what I'm doing every single day. Every single day I'm learning, because I'm not interested in being comfortable. I'm interested in growing. Because if you're not, the world rewards people who grow, okay? Queen Tina says, Kimmy is right. You have to be consistent in your school. Keep pushing and never stop until yes. And the thing is, the more you practice discipline, the easier it will get for you. The more you consistently work out your goals, the more it will just become who you are. Like, it will just become a part of you. And the easier it will be. Discipline is a skill. You just have to practice being a disciplined person, and you will succeed. You know what I mean? Just have to practice being a disciplined person. That's all it is. You have to practice getting out of your comfort zone, and then you'll see 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, yes, thanks, Drake. So, so yeah, guys. So that's what I leave you with. Just practice being disciplined. Oh, thank you, Lolo. Lolo gave me $2. Thank you, Lolo. What was your routine? What do you mean, Lolo? My routine for what? Lolo, what do you mean, what was my routine? Okay, I think, Lolo, you talking about... Lolo, what do you mean, what was my routine in nursing school or in my job? Thank you, Lolo, for that donation. Elizabeth Paradise says, much needed, thank you. Okay, oh, nursing school. Okay, so Lolo, so my nursing school routine was basically my teacher would give us chapters. Depending on the teacher, like, okay, so the first is I connected with people who went to my school because I knew some people went to my LPN school, went to that school, and I got the ins and outs on, okay, this is what you have to do for this teacher, study like this, study like that. That's the number one thing, right? If you don't know anybody, go on Facebook, look for the alumni, go as far as to do that so you get a heads up on what to do. The more research you do in advance, I went as far as to, I Googled all my teachers' names. Like, I was like a stalker. I'm not a stalker, but like I would Google my teacher's name to see like who are they, what they have accomplished, because I wanted to get a feeling of like, am I gonna have a teacher who is like, am I gonna have a teacher who's good? So we were able to pick our teachers. So I picked, the teachers who I thought I would be most successful in, and that worked. So the first thing I would do is the first thing I did is when I got my chapters, like, at first I was reading the textbook, but that was a waste of time because I didn't consume all that information anyway. But I would get the PowerPoints and try to find out, like, for example, if we're talking about the cardiovascular system, the subjects that he covers on the PowerPoints, I would go back to the textbook and figure out like the most important diseases, the diagnosis, the assessment, the diagnosis, the nursing interventions, what do you have to do, and I would read it and I would practice a lot of questions. That's another key main thing. I would practice a lot of questions. So 1 week I would give to myself, or if not 1 week, a few days, I would give myself to like learn the content. And then the next week I would give to like practicing so many questions. And with those questions, I would read the rationale. Like I would always read. I would keep reading the rationales, okay? So that's another tip. And then, I would keep studying. And then when I passed my test, guys, I never told people, hey, I got 90 something. Hey, I got 80. I would always just say, I'm working on it, okay? And by the grace of God, I graduated as a valedictorian because I was never boastful. I was never prideful. I always felt like there was something I could learn, and I just always sought knowledge. I stayed after school. When the pandemic was, I would ask questions. People thought I was annoying because I kept asking a lot of questions, but so much was at stake at that moment, and I really had to pass nursing school. So I just felt like I was losing, and I just kept going, test after test after test, and then here we are. That's the routine, So just basically, once you get your syllabus, even school hasn't started yet, start reading the chapters, but pick out the things that is most important, which is the disease, the pathophysiology. How does it manifest in the body? For example, let's say we're talking about kidney failure. So you want to talk about the kidney stops working. Where does it start working? Maybe it's in somewhere along the tubules, okay? Okay, so you learn about the pathophysiology, how it affects the kidneys. It's affecting the tubules. Heart failure. Let's say blood throughout the body. Fluid is backing up into the lungs, into everywhere, because the heart's main job. That's why they want you to. That's why they want you to see that you had AMP recently. That's why it's only good for like 5 years or something. The heart's main job is to pump blood throughout the body to aid in circulation, because you need blood flow to live. You need blood flow to the brain, to the eyes, to the mouth, to the nose, everywhere. You need blood flow to the kidneys. Everything relies on blood flow, right? So if somebody has heart failure, the heart is not able to effectively pump blood throughout all spaces in the body. So then that could cause other things to fail. That could cause your kidneys, God forbid, not yours, but that could cause the patient's kidneys to fail because the kidneys are not being supplied with blood. So kidneys cannot flush toxins out correctly. That cause the brain to fail because the blood flow is not circulating through the brain. Somebody could even stroke out. So you understand the pathophysiology. Now you have to understand the test. What tests do the doctor order to test for heart failure? Okay, if they had a heart attack, there's like cardiac markers that you can check to see if they had a heart attack. I don't remember too well, but I think it's CK Kinnan. Like I said, I would have to have a textbook out, and like I'm like really teaching you guys because it's been a while. But there are different factors that you can. There's different tests that you can use. Now with those tests, what are the nursing interventions, okay? So for example, if a patient is going for a test where they have to go under, like make sure they have normal saline, make sure they're, like if they're going for a cardiac catheterization, they have to have their legs like straightened like this if they're taking something from their femoral artery, the blood pressures before and after. You know, they want to know that if that patient is going for that test, you know what to do to keep them safe before, during, and after the procedure. Okay? So that's assessment. Nursing intervention, you know, that, and then nursing interventions is patient education. How are you going to teach the patient how to avoid heart failure? Certain food that they're not going to eat, like don't stay away from salty food, exercise, when can you start exercising, medications, that's when it goes for medications. What are you don't have to know all the freaking medications. You just have to know the class. Beta blockers, LOLs, Prils, ACE inhibitor, you know, you always have that cough. You know what I mean? Angiotensin converting enzyme, all those things, like, you know what I mean? So, and then, you know, angiotensin converting enzyme, it has to do with the kidneys because that has to do with blood pressure. So, you know, it's all connected together, Once you do that, now you're going to want to know all that information, which each disease, that's what I'm saying, like, it takes a long time, but it's doable. So once you know that information, you pull out that information from the textbook. You're pulling out that information. You're not reading the whole textbook, nah. You're pulling those specific information out from the textbook. You're pulling out those information, whether you're highlighting it or you're writing it separately. You're writing it on the PowerPoint sheet. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the PowerPoints are lackluster. They don't have a lot of content. So sometimes you have to go out of your way to go inside the textbook and pull out certain stuff. So you pull that information out. You're reading it. You know it. Good job. Now the next thing, let's say for all those diseases in the cardiovascular system, let's say that takes a week. Well, let's say that takes 3 days, right? Okay, you know let's say your test is on February 14th. Let's say from the 1st to the 7th, you're studying all that. And meanwhile, you're also studying for your dosage calculation exam because you probably have to have 100 on it. You're studying all that. Let's say you do that for all. The second week, you're going to study math. I'm acting like a New Yorker. The second week, you're going to practice so many questions. The questions are to really, really test your knowledge. Because sometimes you think you know something, you think you understand something, and you don't understand it. You're going to practice a lot of questions, even if you think you know, like you know. Because nursing school, questions could be so detailed, could be so tricky. You do a lot. You find those questions online, in Barnes and Nobles, whatever you could do, you find those questions and you do so many questions on those questions, and then you will pass. That's it. That's the formula. And then each test you have, if they have a remediation session, I don't care if you got a 98, remediate. Read the rationales. The rationales, the explanations help you understand used in nursing school. Aw, Shan says, the way I'm ready for you to be my tutor. Woo, yes, girl. Yes. I do need some. Yeah, but thank you, Lola, for your donation. I really appreciate it. So yeah, guys. So yeah, that's my routine. That's how I passed nursing school. I just divided it. Like I knew, like planning is key. Like you're supposed to read 10 chapters. You're not gonna read all those 10 chapters in 1 week. You're not gonna even read every single page in those chapters. You're gonna divide it. So that's what you're gonna do. Lolo said, "Oh, thank you." Yeah, it's a lot, but don't think like that. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna do a study session with you guys because it's a lot, yeah, but it's doable. I don't want you guys to be like, "Oh my God, I can't do it." Nah, you could do it. Trust me, you can. If I can do it, you can. But I think I'm gonna do a study session to really like show you like step by step, lackluster, and you have to go back in the book and really. I actually just charged my phone. I thought I had a charger. I charged my phone. So yeah, guys. So if y'all don't have any questions, so yeah, guys, that's how it is. So next week I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna have to go to Barnes and Nobles because I didn't bring any books here. I'm not about to buy some books. I'm about to become a student for you guys again and try to come up with some kind of like review thing we can do. So we could go over the T's, go over nursing topics. You know, I just have to come up with a schedule and stuff like that, and exactly how I would like to do it. Okay, Mido says some people said don't read your textbooks in nursing school because we may not have time to. Yes, but yes, please do a study video, please. Yes, I will do a study video with you guys. Yeah, in nursing school you don't really have time to read the whole textbook, but you need to pull out. Like I said, I think I have to make a separate nursing study video. Sorry guys about that. So yeah, guys, like I was saying, like um yeah, so you're not gonna read, when they say don't read the nurse textbook, you're not gonna read it word for word, but you're going to, like I said previously, you're going to pull out the information that's important. For example, you're gonna wanna know how the disease affects the body, which is the pathophysiology. I didn't have patho class, but I understood how the disease affected the body. You're gonna wanna know that. You're gonna wanna know tests that you run to test for a disease. And what do you do as a nurse before, during, and after? Mind you, I have never in real life, like, experienced a patient who needed a cardiac catheterization test or, a sweat test. Like, I've never experienced that. But it doesn't matter. You just have to know scholastically. You just have to know, like, what the test wants you to know. You know what I'm saying? So, so don't stop thinking, but for to pass nursing school, you just have to make believe you're a med surg nurse in a hospital, and you just have to know. Once you're a nursing, but then after that, it's easy because not easy, but it gets better because what to expect. So the first quarter is always the hardest, but then you know. Yeah, but I'll do a study video with you guys. But yeah, guys, before my internet cuts off again, like I said, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to do the study video with you guys. I'm gonna try to make up something, so that is doable for Valentine's Day. I hope you guys have a beautiful Valentine, and I hope you guys stay safe out there. And yeah, I just want to say I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you, Maido. Maido is so sweet. Oh my God, low battery, 10%. But thank you guys so much for supporting me throughout my nursing journey and seeing how it is right now. Yes, I look tired because I am tired. Been up since 4. Um, been doing a lot, and like I said, the main message for today is don't get interested in being comfortable, be interested in being uncomfortable, because if you do, there's a saying that goes, if you do what is hard, your life will be easy, and if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. So even though something may seem hard, you may hear all that nursing, like, oh my God, I gotta study this, I gotta study that. Like, your life will be easy later. All right, so right now, by the grace of God, I am making more money. I do have some type of freedom. I'm also learning a lot too, but yes, I can say my life has improved. I can say that because I did what was hard. You know what I'm saying? So right now, like for example, I like to use the working out example because I'm so passionate about that. I'm working out because in the future, like I want to set up my body in such a way where when I'm older, it won't be hard for me to work out. You know what I mean? Like, I will be more healthier. I have less chances of getting certain diseases because I have worked out, At the end of the day, it's up to God, but I'm going to do everything in my power that I possibly can to make myself better. You understand what I'm saying? So just remember that and plan effectively, okay? Plan your life, plan what you want to do this year, keep the likes up. And thank you guys so much. This live will go up. I will say this live. Thank you so much for being patient with me while I was going through my connection issues. Like I said, I just moved. I'm trying out here, but thank you guys. Thank you, Chastity. Thank you. Bye, guys. Mwah.